Hey, what's up guys? Elton here, aka Retro Old School, right here on the Rue Ontario at the corner of P&F Boulevard. And boy, Jesus, it's been a long time since I made a walking video, eh? It's been actually almost 2 weeks. Today is the last day of November 2019. Last time I made a walking video was on the Jean Talon Street, and yeah, that was like on the 16th, I think. But what happened was, again, my pericarditis, stupid heart condition came back there. Lots of joy of bliss there. So I had to take it slow. And then it's funny because a couple of days ago, I started doing a walking video going out my house, but using the phone. So it's an older phone, and I don't know, it was at 30% battery left, and it just, whoa, sorry about that. I'm wearing gloves, you know, these things happen. Yeah, so I just like walked like a couple of minutes down my steps from my place and across the street, my street, and the freaking phone just died. I'm like, oh, the hell with it. You know, I didn't bring my regular camera with me, which is what I'm filming right now, the Canon. And then oddly enough, the day after that, I got a nice gift from I don't know who gave me their fucking germs, and I got a gastro. So you know what that's like. Luckily for me, there was no vomiting, but for the whole morning there was, you know, the big D, if you know what I mean. You know, it starts with a D, ends with an A. Yeah, and that's it, man. So I figured, well, I'm feeling better, not 100%, but I figure if I take it nice and slow, avoid stress, don't go too far. Originally, I wanted to go to Borough though yesterday and even today, because in Borough, on almost the western tip of the island, well, there's a lot of train action, there's a railroad crossing, and but it didn't take, unfortunately. So boy, how many times do I come into this place, eh? Whoa boy, and across the street is a competition, is a Renaissance second-hand store. And even though it's Saturday, the construction must continue for Montreal'S aqueduct system, or systems. So now we're walking east here on Rue Ontario. Wow, that's one of the rustiest Tauruses I've ever seen. Holy cow, that's worth like $100. Of course, if you're Scotty Kilmer, it's worth fuck all. Yeah. What's this truck coming up here? Thought it was a Caterpillar for a second. Nice whole building, eh? So you can see why with this beautiful day we're having, because you know November is generally shite when it comes to weather. It's always cloudy. The day becomes dark at 4:30. Right now it's probably about 2:30, quarter to 3, something like that. Oh. I just had a delicious shish taouk, man, at this Basha restaurant near my place. Back down that way, and I hadn't been there in the longest time. It hadn't been a long time since I bought a shish taouk, which basically it's like a wrap, like a rolled up pita sandwich. Holy cow, man, it used to be like $5, now it's almost $7. That about a wet. Yeah, originally I wanted to start this video showing this so-called new Chevy Blazer. But it left where it was parked in Ontario. The reason why I wanted to make a point out of it, how stupid GM is nowadays. There, see, that's a true pickup truck. That's a true General Motors truck. But the Blazer name, oh my God, look at this, like a double whammy. But you know, they put this fucking the Blazer name, a legendary big American truck, K5 Blazer name, on this fucking whatever faceless, boring, generic-looking crossover, you know. I mean, I'd rather have that Chrysler 300, even though I hear the motor ticking away there. Just tickety-boo, just tickety-boo. A lot of traffic, ici, a lot of traffic. Yeah, so that's it. I figured since I'm recovering from the stupid gastro, well, and still the pericarditis, which was, I was almost out of the woods there with before the gastro hit, and you know, figure, well, I'll just go out, but keep it local, you know. So if I feel worse, well, then I'll just, you know, turn around, go back home. Yeah, I did film a walk here in this part, actually, of past winter or something, or spring, and it was at night, though. That's the difference. There's an old fire station here. Look at that. I walked right by it. I didn't even mention it. And this here, what does it say here? The Bank of Toronto. What an odd thing to see. I think that's the first time I noticed that now, because of the way the lighting is and how it shows the letters. Because this is a very This is a very French part of town still. It's changing. But I mean, still, you know, the closest Royal Bank, for example, you'll find on fucking Papineau in Montreal, and that's not exactly near here, you know. Oddly enough, across the street, there's another bank. But then again, in the old days, this was a very prosperous part of town. That's why these banks were built. You had this Canadian Pacific Angus Yards north of the area. You had the fucking Canadian Vickers shop. There was a lot of employment. There was a lot of jobs. People had money. But that changed when all these places closed, unfortunately. So there you have it. That's the way it goes. You know, as we say in French, c'est ça qui est ça, which means it is what it is. Old car wash over here, really old car wash. Yeah, I think maybe what I'll do is I'll probably jump on the next 125. But again, you see, I don't know if you notice, I'm not moving too quickly either, so I'm trying to just stave on the energy there. I thought about going to look for some frames at one of those second-hand stores, but the thing is that on the weekends, I know how nuts these places are, how busy they are, which means there'll be really long lineups, and I'm not a fan of that. Whoa, that's an old place. Look at that Chevet mud. Nice old sign. Nice old Chrysler 300. I've seen this guy before. I think he works for the city, or worked. Yeah, that thing is two-tone beauty there. Beauty. Wah, wah, wah. There's a daycare. Here, I'll give you guys a French lesson. You see that? It says garderie. Garderie is French for daycare. There you go. I'm not even giving you the cross streets. Hey, well, that's because the fucking signs are not on this side. So I don't have, those of you who don't know me, I'm visually impaired, so I can't see that stuff very easily. Look at that, a Ford and a GMC. I think this is Le Tourneau, actually. I remember that because this is where they ran the tests on that electric vehicle. It's hard to call it a bus because it can only carry 6 people, so it's still neat though. I mean, it was all electric, all automated. It was automated. It was really neat, you know. C'était quelque chose, ça. Ah, this is an interesting place I wanted to show. Look at this. It says Le Biérologue, which is French for the beerologist. It's pretty neat. This guy is like a specialist in beer, just beer alone. It's pretty different, you know, and it's a good place for part of town for that kind of a business, you know. All kinds of beers of the world for you there. My dad was a big beer guy. Oh my god, he loved fucking beer and Jack Daniels. That was, I think, 2 of his favorite things. I think apart from his girlfriend, I think golf came in 3rd or 4th place, you know. Yeah. It was about time I make a walking video. Oh yeah, damn it, what is this place called again? I can't remember. This really old building. I think it's called Place Saint-Jacques, I think it's called. I believe. This Ford Escape looks like a STM inspector vehicle, actually. That's what they have these. Got a bunch of pictures there. It's lovely. Oh yeah, this street is another example of how people had money here back in the day. This is Morgan Street. Yeah, I remember I was talking about that with somebody recently. I don't remember who it was. But indeed, that definitely there was some money. Look at that bank building. It looks like it was a bank or something. There's some nice shacks on this street, man. You know, school there. L'école. School is école, by the way. Beautiful building. What? Big fountain. Grosse fontaine là. Ah, je vous ai pas oublié là, mes abonnés québécois là, ou français francophones. Je vais faire une vidéo en français là, un jour là, je sais pas, bientôt là, quand je vais filer mieux là. Parce que j'en étais pas mal aujourd'hui là. I was just telling my francophone, my French viewers, subscribers, I'll be making a video for them in French sometime soon. But that I'm really stretching it today though, or lately, anyway. Be nice to see an oldie drive by here somewhere, but hey, what are you gonna do? We're like, you know, tomorrow's the 1st of December. There's a nice color on that Toyota though. I like that. I wish I could see more things like that, you know? That would be nice. I don't know what this place is. Hey, it's a restaurant? I don't know. They got all those fucking bars there. It's like kind of secretive or something. What's with all these bars for? Oh yeah, it's a bakery. Premier Moisson. Boulangerie is French for bakery. Yeah. And they got some Christmas trees. Oh, Christmas tree. La 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 la. You know what sucks about Christmas is that's the thing, when you get older, a lot of times Christmas ain't what it used to be, you know? It's about money, about buying presents, about buying trees, and you feel it's kind of a competition, even though it's not really important about, you know, how much you spend, but you do think of it, you're mindful of it, you know, what should I buy for this person, what should I spend? That's what's cool about my mom's side of the family, is that for a few years now what we do is we do a gift exchange, and it's like, I don't know, about $25 give or take you spend on somebody. And that's it. It's not complicated. You don't have to worry about buying a gift for this person, that person, the other person, yada yada yada. You know? See what I'm saying? There's the 125 stop, which might be coming shortly. I think I'm going to be wrapping this up soon though, because I know at certain times of the day there's more of these buses, especially on a Saturday. There's a nice looking Intrepid right over here, probably about 15 years old or more. I always thought it was a shame. I always say it when I see one, that they weren't very good cars, you know. Even the earlier models of this, I just thought they looked so cool though. Seriously, you could get a lot more boring car than that. Yes, for sure. Oh, but I just had a coffee, so I don't know. I'm thinking, do I go home or do I get off at P9, go to the bathroom in the Village de Valeur? I love about that Village de Valeur, that secondhand store, by the way, in the States that's called Savers. Is that, yeah, you can go to the bathroom in there. How many places can you do that, seriously? You know? Well, let's see if we can tell you what fucking street we're at here, since I haven't done that at all. So we are on Ontario, and oh, wait a minute. It's a goddamn sign. There it is. Oh my god, they're so old, they're even hard to see. Looks like it could make an interesting thumbnail though. Oh, Bennett. More signs of how Hochelaga used to be quite an Anglo area. It's names like Hogan and Bennett and Davidson and Aylwin and so forth and so forth. There's the Olympic Stadium Tower over there. Matter of fact, this was, I think, right here where I had taken a picture and filmed a Winnebago from the 70s years ago. What's wrong with that kid? Is he okay? Is he having a seizure? Shit. Interesting about this shelter, it doesn't have the whole concrete base all around it there. That's interesting. Interesting. Hey, you know what I saw near my place the other day? An Infiniti G20. I actually had to check to see what model it was because I couldn't remember what it was. It was the cheapest model you could buy. They had like 3-4 models, you know, and it was wasn't a bad looking car. It wasn't great though, I find, compared to the other models, and even the color didn't help it. It was just like this typical gray. And I didn't film it because basically it had one or several hubcaps missing, but it was in great shape. But, you know, again, it's something like that. It's got to be, not saying mint, but it's got to be complete. Or anyway, I got my own guidelines when it comes to car spotting, frankly. You know, because you got to have goals, you got to have guidelines, you got to set yourself a standard and enforce it. There's Aird Street. I remember one time a few years back I was walking in this direction in this part of Ontario Street, and what do I see drive by in the fucking dead of winter? No less was a late 70s Lincoln Continental, a town car. Oh yeah, that was something. That was something. Yeah, days are getting short, man. Fuck, it'll be dark at 4:30. or Joy of Bliss. It's just great stuff. Anyway, you know, when you're recuperating from an illness, it's not good to stay still all the time at home. You gotta go move around. You gotta shake it up. You got to get some get some friggin' fresh air, you know? Just don't overdo it. That's what I'm doing. I went downtown. I wasn't feeling it. A lot of people. I was like, got off the metro and then got back on. Filmed a ride. Came back to Hochelaga. Took the 125 bus at Frontenac, and then I went to go have a submarine. Sorry, no. I went to the subway near my house. It was closed. So I went to Basha. I had a nice shish taouk. It was delicious. It was great. Everything happens for a reason, you know? I like that staircase. I like how it's red. Different. Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice if there was something vintage somewhere, but like one of my subscribers said, they're all pretty much sleeping for the winter. The long, fucking depressing winter. One of the things that's cool though is even though I'm recovering from the pericarditis and of course as well as the stupid gastro, which thankfully is turning out to just be like 24, 48 hour thing, that thank God there's no snowstorm or snow removal operations going on, because I'd be going fucking crazy. I can't, be going around doing that, filming that stuff. I'm going here, going there, constantly fucking moving. You got to be in shape for that stuff. That's why when I had that EKG done at the hospital, when I had my fucking attack there, I guess anxiety attack because of this pericarditis heart condition, they told me, they're like, yeah, you Mr. McFall, you got a slower heart rate. But then they told me it's normal for people who are active. I'm like, okay, that's good. It's a good sign. Oh, there's lots of junk over there. I almost feel like going to see what's there, but let's just zoom in for the hell of it. You never know. Yeah, it looks like it's a bunch of crap. A bunch of furniture. Fuck, could have bed bugs. I see a picture there. Nothing really mind-boggling, eh? Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to stop right at that bus stop there because I think the bus is going to be coming soon. So check me out on Patreon if you guys want to support the cause. You love what I do. Please check that out. You become a Patreon member, it'd be really appreciated. Since again I don't make a ton of money doing this. Look, Leclerc Street, Leclerc. And appreciate you watching, and of course I always appreciate your comments. There's a Tesla there, looks out of place in this neighborhood. I'm sure that person don't live here. Yeah. Nice way to finish though, not with any of these fucking boring apartment buildings, but with this very old dépanneur right here. Look at that, dépanneur Claude. It's like the second or third dépanneur Claude I see in this area. Back in the day when all the dépanneurs were owned by French Canadians, Quebecois, not Chinese or Arabic or whatever. But that's how it is today, man. Not to put down the Chinese or the Arabs, but hey, it's the way it is. It is what it is. So take care, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and yeah, rock on. Bye-bye.